Recently, a lot of people have been asking me to do a video on H.R.38, or House Resolution 38. Now, most of you know this bill more as the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Bill. The bill that would make it, if you have a concealed carry permit in one state, if you're visiting another state, your carry permit is still good. I mean, your driver's license is still good if you have a driver's license in one state and you drive in another state, so why shouldn't your carry permit still be good? Cars are more dangerous than guns. Well, this actually passed the House in 2017. H.R. 38 already passed the House in December of 2017. It's been sitting a year in the Senate dead. And it's been sitting there dead because of one person. Because of this motherfucker right here. Oh, actually, sorry, that's the wrong picture. It's this motherfucker right here. This turtle-looking motherfucker, Mitch McConnell, is what is keeping H.R. 38 dead in the Senate. Now, I know a lot of people that would like to defend McConnell will say, oh, well, he can't bring it to the floor because it'll get filibustered. Well, even if it gets filibustered, that's better than nothing happening, because if nothing happens over the next, few weeks, it just dies for good. And if you think the new Democratic House is going to take it up and pass it again, you're crazy. Even the Republicans wouldn't take it up and pass it again if they knew the Senate wasn't going to vote on it, just like they didn't the last time. And let's be realistic here. There are ways to convince people not to filibuster. In fact, a lot of politicians are wanting to get away from filibustering now, so they're not as likely to do it. So there's a good chance it could get past a filibuster and actually get voted on. And then it would only need one vote over 50%. We need 51 votes, or just 50 votes and the vice president to break the tie. So if Mitch McConnell, who is no friend of gun rights, this should prove to you, he and the other Republicans who aren't forcing his hand are no friends of gun rights. They're friends of the NRA, who their whole racket is to take people's rights away a little bit at a time and make as much money off of it as possible. The NRA takes the money from us saying, oh, we got to stop these politicians. And then the politicians take the money from the NRA in donations, and they all make a big old profit, and we lose out. And this is proof of that. And what I think we need to do right now, even if you think there's no chance it'll pass, we still have to try to force it through. Because we're not the type that just lay down and give up. Just because we don't think we'll win a battle doesn't mean we shouldn't fight it. That's the NRA's business. That's what they do. Well, if we're not going to make a profit, we're not going to fight. So we're not like that. We fight. So we need to be calling Mitch McConnell and every senator in that House, or in that Congress, and tell them, we want this voted on. Period. Whether it passes or fails, we want it voted on. And you know what? If you don't vote on it, we're not voting for you again. If you're a Democrat in a red state, you're going to lose some votes. They already saw that. This is the time to push the power of the pro-gun population, because they already saw it in some of the Democratic elections where some of the people who were favored to win, or it looked like they were going to win, came out and ran their mouth about gun rights right before the election, and they watched their poll numbers drop. Like Abrams, her poll numbers dropped after she came out about gun rights. And believe me, the Democrats noticed this. They even mentioned it on a couple of shows. And for them to mention it means that they noticed it big time. So we have to push that power. We have to tell Republicans not only can it prevent some Democrats from winning because it cuts out some of the center vote, it can prevent you from winning again too, because you count on our votes. And we are no longer going to hold our nose and vote for the lesser of two evils if there is no lesser of two evils. If you're both just as corrupt and just as anti-gun, why should we hold our nose? There'll be a whole lot more third-party votes next election. Maybe we'll get a viable third party, then you can worry about your positions. So vote on this. That's what we need to be telling them now. We need to be writing our senators. We need to be calling our senators. We need to be doing everything right now to get this voted on. Like I said, even if it loses, they need to show us they're on our side. If they're not on our side, why should we keep them in power? We will look for someone to primary them if they're a Republican next time. If they're a Democrat, we'll just make sure they don't get back in there, because Democrats from red states need people like me, pro-gun people like you, to cross over and vote for them to have a chance of winning re-election. McCaskill just saw what happens when you gone. So if the Republicans make us red state people, I'm not a red state person, but if they make the gun people angry at them to where we won't vote for them, they're done. if Democrats in otherwise red states make us mad at them, they're done also. And we need to push that right now. So get out there, call your senators, call them, write them, everything you can do, show up for them. And if you have any chance whatsoever to actually go to a Capitol building, the Capitol in DC, and say, hey, we want this voted on, do it. We need to actually move now. We need to get things done. Win or lose, this fight needs to be fought, and we need to make the people who say they're on our side prove it.